welcome to the cosmos of Greek mythology. Greetings, fellow travelers through the cosmos. Today we embark on a journey through the fascinating world of ancient Greek myths. Get ready to journey with me through tales of gods and monsters, heroes and lovers, and creatures so bizarre they make a platypus look ordinary. We're talking about stories that have echoed through the ages, shaping art, literature, and even our understanding of the constellations. And who knows, maybe you'll even learn a new pickup line or two. Just kidding, unless Zeus's methods work, in which case, I'm all ears. Our first stop takes us to the world of a weaver named Arachne. Now, Arachne was incredibly skilled, so much so that she boasted she could outweave even the goddess Athena. Big mistake, Arachne. Athena, known for her wisdom, was also quite competitive. She challenged Arachne to a weaving contest, and let's just say the results were messy. Athena wove a tapestry depicting the order of the cosmos, while Arachne's depicted the gods' less-than-stellar behavior. Talk about throwing shade. Athena, though impressed by Arachne's skill, was furious at her disrespect. In a moment of divine pique, she transformed Arachne into a spider, forever condemned to weave her intricate webs. This myth is a cautionary tale, my friends. Sure, be proud of your skills, but maybe don't challenge a goddess to a weaving contest, unless you're into spinning webs, that is. Ever wonder what would happen if you invited a couple of strangers into your home and they turned out to be gods in disguise? Well, that's exactly what happened to Perseus and Philemon. This elderly couple, despite their humble means, welcomed Zeus and Hermes with open arms and the best of their pantry. Little did they know they were hosting the king of the gods and his messenger god pal. Zeus, known for his, shall we say, creative punishments, had been disguised, testing the hospitality of the mortals. Impressed by Perseus and Philemon's generosity, Zeus revealed his true identity and granted them a wish. Their wish? To be together always. Zeus, touched by their love, transformed them into two intertwined trees, forever bound together. It's a story that reminds us that true love and kindness can blossom even in the most unexpected circumstances. Plus, it gives a whole new meaning to the phrase tree hugger, don't you think? Let's be honest, we've all had those days where it feels like we're just pushing a boulder uphill only to have it roll back down. Well, in Greek mythology, that's Sisyphus' everyday reality, and trust me, his workout routine is one you wouldn't want to try. Sisyphus, a king known for his cunning and, let's be honest, his trickery, angered the gods, particularly Hades, the lord of the underworld. His punishment? To spend eternity rolling a massive boulder up a steep hill, only to have it roll back down just before he reaches the top. Talk about a frustrating workout. This myth is often seen as a metaphor for the futility of chasing after unattainable goals. Or maybe it's just a reminder that if you anger the gods, they have a very creative way of getting back at you. Either way, it's a story that makes you appreciate a good treadmill session. Get ready for a love story that's both beautiful and tragic. This is the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice, a musician who could charm the gods themselves and the woman he loved beyond measure. But their love story, like many great ones, was not without its challenges. Orpheus, a gifted lyre player, fell deeply in love with the beautiful Eurydice. But tragedy struck when Eurydice was fatally bitten by a snake. Heartbroken, Orpheus ventured into the underworld, his music softening the hearts of even the most hardened souls. He pleaded with Hades and Persephone, the rulers of the underworld, to return Eurydice to the land of the living. Hades, moved by Orpheus's love and his music, agreed to release Eurydice on one condition: Orpheus must not look back at her as they journeyed out of the underworld. It seems simple enough, right? But trust me, with the weight of the underworld on your shoulders and the love of your life trailing behind you, it's not as easy as it sounds. It's easy as it... Buckle up, because this is a family drama that puts even the most dysfunctional soap operas to shame. We're talking about the House of Atreus, a family so cursed that you'd think they angered a Greek chorus of angry deities. Spoiler alert, they kind of did. The curse began with Tantalus, a king who made the unwise decision to serve his son Pelops as a meal to the gods. Bad move, Tantalus. The gods, not exactly known for their forgiving nature, cursed Tantalus and his descendants, and thus began a generations-long saga of murder, betrayal, and revenge that would make even the most jaded therapist reach for their notepad. We've got Agamemnon, the king who sacrificed his own daughter for favorable winds. We've got Clytemnestra, his wife, who, understandably upset about the whole daughter sacrifice thing, killed him. And then there's Orestes, their son, who avenged his father by killing his mother. Talk about a family reunion you wouldn't want to attend. Ever have one of those days where you feel like you're driving the sun across the sky? Well, for Phaethon, son of the sun god Helios, that wasn't just a feeling, it was a recipe for disaster. This is a story about a boy, a chariot, and a whole lot of scorched earth. Phaethon, eager to prove himself as the son of Helios, begged his father to let him drive the chariot of the sun for a day. Helios, facing some serious Father of the Year scrutiny, reluctantly agreed. Big mistake. Phaethon, lacking his father's divine driving skills, quickly lost control of the fiery chariot. The sun, careening across the sky, scorched the earth, creating deserts, boiling seas, and even scorching the skin of Ethiopia. Zeus, seeing the chaos unfold, was forced to intervene, striking down Phaethon with a thunderbolt to prevent further destruction. Chapter 7, Prometheus, the original fire starter. Imagine a world without fire, no cozy campfires, no perfectly seared steaks, no s'mores. It's a bleak picture, isn't it? Well, in Greek mythology, we have Prometheus to thank for bringing fire to humanity. Of course, it wasn't without a few hiccups along the way. Prometheus, a titan known for his intelligence and compassion for humans, saw that they were living in darkness and cold. He decided to steal fire from the gods and gift it to mankind. Now, you'd think the gods would be happy to share, but apparently they weren't big on sharing their celestial barbecue starter. Zeus, furious at Prometheus's theft, devised a particularly cruel punishment. He chained Prometheus to a rock where an eagle would peck out his liver each day, only for it to regenerate overnight. Talk about a rough work day. Prometheus's act of defiance became a symbol of human ingenuity and the pursuit of knowledge, even in the face of adversity. Pride, as they say, comes before the fall. And in the case of Naobi, Queen of Thebes, that fall was both swift and devastating. This is a story about boasting, a heartbroken mother, and the wrath of a goddess scorned. Niobe, blessed with 14 children, made the unfortunate mistake of boasting about her offspring to Leto, the mother of Apollo and Artemis. Now, Leto, being a goddess and all, had a bit of a competitive streak. She sent her children, Apollo and Artemis, to deal with Niobe's hubris. Apollo and Artemis, armed with their divine bows and arrows, swiftly killed all of Niobe's children. Niobe, overcome with grief, wept endlessly until she was transformed into a stone, her tears forever flowing as a reminder of her loss. It's a stark reminder that even in ancient Greece it was never a good idea to get into a bragging contest with a goddess. We've all heard the saying, "Don't fly too close to the sun." Well, in Greek mythology, that's not just a saying, it's a life lesson courtesy of Icarus and his ill-fated flight. This is a story about ambition, innovation, and the dangers of not listening to your father. Icarus and his father Daedalus were imprisoned on the island of Crete by King Minos. Daedalus, a skilled inventor, created wings made of feathers and wax so that he and Icarus could escape. Before they took flight, Daedalus warned Icarus not to fly too close to the sun, as the wax would melt. Icarus, however, caught up in the exhilaration of flight, soared higher and higher, ignoring his father's warnings. Sure enough, the wax melted, the wings failed, and Icarus plummeted into the sea below. It's a tragic tale that reminds us that even with the greatest of ambitions, a little caution and listening to your parents' advice can go a long way. Get ready for a story that involves a monstrous hybrid, a labyrinth so complex it would make IKEA jealous, and a hero named Theseus. This is the legend of the Minotaur and the labyrinth, a tale of bravery, cunning, and a whole lot of thread. The Minotaur, a creature with the head of a bull and the body of a man, was the offspring of Queen Pasiphae of Crete, and a rather unfortunate encounter with a bull. King Minos, not exactly thrilled with this turn of events, had Daedalus, yes, the same Daedalus from the Icarus story, construct a labyrinth to contain the beast. Theseus, a young hero from Athens, volunteered to slay the Minotaur. Armed with a sword and a ball of thread given to him by Ariadne, the daughter of King Minos, Theseus entered the labyrinth. He used the thread to mark his path, ensuring he wouldn't get lost in the maze. After a fierce battle, Theseus slew the Minotaur, escaped the labyrinth, and sailed back to Athens a hero. From the depths of the underworld to the heights of Mount Olympus, Greek mythology offers a tapestry of stories that continue to captivate and inspire us. These myths, passed down through generations, explore universal themes of love, loss, heroism, and the human condition. So the next time you gaze up at the stars, remember the stories of these gods, monsters, and heroes. They remind us that even in the vastness of the cosmos, the human experience, with all its complexities and contradictions, is a story worth telling, and who knows, maybe somewhere out there in a galaxy far, far away, there's a civilization with its own set of myths just waiting to be discovered.